Welcome to Quiz Cues. This is amazing. Are you ready to play Cluephoria? Today we're playing the 7th edition of Who Am I? Guess the 33 pop culture icons from just 4 clues. If you like these quizzes and want to see more, please subscribe. It encourages me to continuously create new content for your enjoyment. Thank you. Are you ready? Let's go! Who am I? Score 4 points for a correct answer now. I sang the national anthem at a Philadelphia 76ers basketball game at age 12. Score 3 points for a correct answer now. When I was 16, I debuted at the Grand Ole Opry. Score 2 points for a correct answer now. I bought a waterfront mansion just to be near my summer fling Connor Kennedy's family. Score 1 point for a correct answer now. I have won the top Grammy category 4 times, a record no one else holds. Taylor Swift. She launched her Nashville career in 2006 with a debut on country music's most storied stage, acquired a Cape Cod estate during a 2012 summer romance with Connor Kennedy, and remains the only artist with 4 Grammy Album of the Year wins. Who am I? I shared a bedroom with my cousin and her pet python named Fendi. In 1997, my group's first single reached number 3 on the national charts. I walked out of a photo shoot when a photographer asked me to pose naked and covered in honey. I have won more Grammy Awards than any other artist in history. Beyonce. With 32 Grammy victories surpassing every prior recording artist, this Houston native once shared quarters with cousin Angie and her serpent companion, walked off a David LaChapelle set over a nude honey request, and helped Destiny's Child land 1997's No No No. Who am I? My high school classmates thought I was an undercover police officer. In 1995, I hit rock bottom when I was cut from the Calgary Stampeders Canadian football team. I physically intervened with a woman who was verbally abusing my father at a family wedding. I went from wrestling to becoming Hollywood's highest paid, first-time leading actor. Dwayne Johnson. At age 15, he looked so mature that his classmates thought he was an undercover cop. His release from football triggered his pivot into professional wrestling, and in 2002, he earned $5.5 million, a Guinness World Record, for the highest paid, first-time leading actor in the movie The Scorpion King. Who am I? I had to repeat kindergarten because I was too shy to ask my teacher for help. In 2010, I was cast as Rocky Blue on Disney's Shake It Up after competing against more than 200 other hopefuls. I accidentally caused an injury to my Dancing with the Stars partner that required stitches. I am the youngest 2-time winner of the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama. Zendaya. This Oakland native once elbowed her partner, Val Chmerkovskiy, in the right eye during a May 2013 rehearsal for Dancing with the Stars. She later won 2 Emmys playing Rue Bennett in Euphoria at age 24 in 2020, and again in 2022. Who am I? I had a fake Sports Illustrated cover of myself hanging in my room years before the real one existed. In 2002, a major sports magazine made me the first high school underclassman ever to appear on its cover. I admitted in my book that I smoked marijuana with my teammates in a hotel room during high school. I broke the NBA's all-time scoring record in 2023, a mark that had stood for nearly 4 decades. LeBron James. Sports Illustrated proclaimed him the chosen one in 2002, a first for a high school junior. He later admitted in shooting stars to marijuana use with teammates in an Akron hotel room, and on February 7, 2023, he surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's 38,387 points to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Who am I? I served as an Army cadet in Barbados under fellow singer Chantel's command. In 2005, a famous rapper signed me to his label after hearing my demo. I sued my own father for millions after he tried to profit from my last name. I became America's youngest self-made female billionaire. Rihanna. Jay-Z signed her to his Def Jam label on the spot. After her audition at age 16, she later filed a $75 million lawsuit against her father, Ronald Fenty, in 2019, alleging he fraudulently used the family surname to exploit her brand. And Forbes crowned her the youngest self-made female billionaire in America in 2022. Who am I? I was named after a Renaissance painter because my pregnant mother felt me kick while looking at one of his works in Italy. In 1993, I earned my first Oscar nomination for playing Arnie Grape in a film opposite Johnny Depp. I had to return a stolen Oscar that a fugitive financier had given me as a birthday present. I finally won my first Academy Award on my 5th nomination for surviving a bear attack in the wilderness. Leonardo DiCaprio. His first nomination for Best Supporting Actor came at age 19 for his role in the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He later surrendered Marlon Brando's 1954 Oscar for On the Waterfront after receiving it from fugitive Malaysian financier Joe Low, and he claimed his own trophy on his 5th nomination in 2016 for The Revenant. Who am I? At age 15, I convinced my parents to let me drop out of school and move to Los Angeles with a PowerPoint presentation set to Madonna's Hollywood. In 2007, Judd Apatow made me dye my natural blonde hair red for my first major film role. I shouted, "I'm sorry," from the audience during the 2019 Golden Globes when Sandra Oh called out my Aloha casting as whitewashing. I won my first Oscar for a musical where I portrayed an aspiring actress in Los Angeles. Emma Stone. Judd Apatow turned her blonde locks red for 2007's Superbad. She won her first Academy Award for Best Actress for portraying Mia Dolan in 2017's La La Land, and she yelled an apology from the Golden Globes audience in 2019 over her Aloha casting controversy. Who am I? At age 15, doctors used a laser to fix my racing heart. In 2002, I made my professional debut at age 17 in a European competition match against a famous Italian club. I paid a massive fine after admitting to tax fraud in Spain. I have scored more career goals than any footballer in history. Cristiano Ronaldo. This world-renowned soccer player debuted for Sporting Clube de Portugal against Inter Milan in 2002 at age 17, paid an €18.8 million fine after admitting to Spanish tax fraud, and remains the sport's all-time leading scorer with over 970 goals as he pursues an unprecedented 1,000. Who am I? At age 10, I spent a year in China as the only foreign student in my class. In 2002, I recorded a hit single while my jaw was wired shut after a near-fatal car crash. I was sued by legendary daredevil Evel Knievel over my Touch the Sky music video. My debut album, The College Dropout, won Best Rap Album at the Grammy Awards. Kanye West, recording Through the Wire with his jaw wired shut after a 2002 crash, and he claimed Best Rap Album at the 2005 Grammys. Knievel brought suit against West, claiming an illegal use of his likeness, but Knievel dropped the suit after the two met, calling West a wonderful guy and quite a gentleman. Who am I? I was expelled from high school for stealing a teacher's car. In 1998, I landed a lead role in an ABC sitcom about 20-somethings in Boston. I had to publicly apologize for holding my wedding at a former slave plantation. My 2016 superhero film became the highest-grossing R-rated movie ever. Ryan Reynolds. Landing a 1998 lead in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, he later apologized for marrying at South Carolina's Boone Hall Plantation in 2012, claiming he was unaware of the history. Then, in 2016, he starred in Deadpool, which became the highest-grossing R-rated movie at that time. Who am I? My middle name is Pirate because my older brother suggested it when I was born. In 2016, a song I wrote for my dance teacher's choreography went viral overnight on SoundCloud. At age 13, I was filmed mouthing a racial slur while lip-syncing to a song. I became the youngest person to sweep all 4 major Grammy categories in a single night. Billie Eilish. Her full name is Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell, and at age 19 she apologized for mouthing an anti-Asian slur while lip-syncing the song Fish years earlier. Her 2016 upload Ocean Eyes went viral after her dance teacher requested an original track, and she swept all 4 major Grammy categories in 2020 at age 18. Who am I? I was rejected from my grade school choir because my vibrato was too strong, and classmates said I sounded like a goat. In 1998, my 4th album reached #1 on Billboard's Latin charts and earned me a Grammy nomination. I paid a multi-million euro fine to settle Spanish tax fraud charges in 2023. My 2006 hit with a famous rapper became the best-selling single of the 21st century at that time. Shakira. Her 1998 album Donde Están los Ladrones reached the top of Billboard's Latin charts and earned her a Grammy nomination. She paid a 7.3 million euro fine to settle 2023 Spanish tax fraud charges, and her 2006 hit Hips Don't Lie with Wyclef Jean became the biggest-selling single of the 21st century. Who am I? I had my bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant basement because my family was broke, and years later I threw myself a re-bar mitzvah in a music video. In 2007, I became the first unsigned Canadian rapper to have my music video featured on BET. I admitted on a late-night talk show that I was high during my audition for the teen drama that launched my acting career. My 2016 song became the first track in history to surpass 1 billion streams on Spotify. Drake. He told Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show that he was high during his 2001 Degrassi tryout. His music video Replacement Girl was featured on BET as an unsigned Toronto rapper, and he made history when One Dance became Spotify's first billion-stream song in 2016. Who am I? At age 16, I starred in a short educational film titled Biodiversity: Wild About Life. In 2001, I starred in a teen comedy spoof that launched my film career. I accidentally posted a nude photo on Instagram and used the viral moment to urge Americans to vote. I finally said Avengers assemble as the shield-wielding super soldier in Endgame. Chris Evans. He starred in 2001's Not Another Teen Movie, and later, he finally uttered Avengers Assemble as Steve Rogers while lifting Thor's hammer in 2019's Endgame. He leveraged a September 2020 Instagram gaffe into a Vote November 3rd plea. Who am I? I was banned from playing with other girls in preschool because my mother thought I was too rough. In 2008, I won the Marcello Mastroianni Award at the Venice Film Festival for my role in a drama. When a tabloid planned to publish a false affair story, I leaked my own fake story involving someone else. I won the 2013 Academy Award for Best Actress for playing a young widow in a film by David O. Russell. Jennifer Lawrence. She won the Marcello Mastroianni Award for Emerging Actors for her role in The Burning Plane, and she named Bradley Cooper as her affair partner to distract from another tabloid, and her 2013 Oscar was awarded for her role in the movie Silver Linings Playbook. Who am I? My grandmother convinced my first coach to let me play when he said I was too small at age 5. In 2003, at age 16, I debuted for Barcelona's senior team in a friendly against FC Porto. In 2016, I was convicted of Spanish tax fraud and handed a suspended 21-month prison sentence. I captained Argentina to the 2022 World Cup title, ending a 36-year drought. Lionel Messi. Debuting for Barcelona's senior team against FC Porto in 2003 at age 16, he points to the sky in tribute to his grandmother after every goal. He was later convicted of Spanish tax fraud in 2016 and fined €2 million, and later he captained Argentina past France to the 2022 World Cup title in Qatar. Who am I? I dropped out of Sarah Lawrence College to pursue comedy, and my first professional gigs were performing improv in Amsterdam. In 2003, I joined the cast of a Fox sketch comedy show where I met my future comedy partner. I auditioned to play Barack Obama on Saturday Night Live, but lost the role to another comedian. My 2017 directorial debut made me the first black screenwriter to win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Jordan Peele. He joined Mad TV in 2003 alongside Keegan-Michael Key and lost the Saturday Night Live Barack Obama role to Fred Armisen. His 2017 directorial debut for Get Out won him the Oscar, and it grossed $255 million on a $4.5 million budget. Who am I? I began singing at age 4 after the British girl group Spice Girls inspired me to pursue a music career. In 2008, I became the first ever recipient of a new Brit Award category for Rising Stars. In 2015, my management team banned me from my own Twitter account because I kept sending drunk tweets. I won 6 Grammy Awards in a single night, tying a record. Adele. Becoming the inaugural Brit Awards Critics' Choice winner in 2008, she was later locked out of her own Twitter account for sending drunken posts. She tied Beyonce's record in 2012 by sweeping 6 Grammys in one night, including Album of the Year for 21. Who am I? I made my acting debut at age 5 playing a puppy in my father's film Pound, where all the actors portrayed dogs. In 2005, I starred in a noir comedy that convinced a director to cast me as a superhero 3 years later. I was once arrested for breaking into my neighbor's house while intoxicated, thinking it was my own. I won my first Academy Award in 2024 for playing a government official in a film about the creator of the atomic bomb. Robert Downey Jr. He starred in 2005's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which led Jon Favreau to cast him as Tony Stark in Iron Man. In 2024, he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for portraying Louis Strauss in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Who am I? I quit ballet because my teacher said I was too tall, then became a competitive fencer ranked 3rd in my state. In 2007, I starred in an improvised indie film that made me the face of a movement critics called Mumblecore. I hid my pregnancy from everyone on set while directing a period drama. My 2023 film about a fashion doll became the highest-grossing movie ever directed by a woman working alone. Greta Gerwig. She starred in 2007's Hannah Takes the Stairs, the defining Mumblecore film, and concealed her pregnancy while directing Little Women and delivered the final edit just 48 hours before labor. And her 2023 film Barbie became the highest-grossing film by a solo female director. Who am I? My NYU classmates created a Facebook group called Stefani Germanata, You Will Never Be Famous. In 2008, my debut album, The Fame, made chart history with 4 #1 singles. I went millions of dollars in debt after my first world tour due to overspending on elaborate costumes. I became the first woman to win an Oscar, a Grammy, a BAFTA, and a Golden Globe in the same year for a song from a 2018 film. Lady Gaga. Her 4 chart toppers from The Fame were Just Dance, Poker Face, Love Game, and Paparazzi, then found herself $3 million in debt. After 2009 through 2011, the Monster Ball Tour. She became the first woman to claim an Oscar, Grammy, BAFTA, and Golden Globe in 1 year for Shallow from A Star Is Born. Who am I? In 1995, the Montreal Expos drafted me in the 18th round as a catcher, but I declined. In 2001, I became my team's starting quarterback after the veteran was injured in a game against the New York Jets. I was suspended for 4 games after the NFL accused me of having underinflated footballs in a 2015 championship game. I have won more Super Bowl championships than any player in NFL history. Tom Brady. Replacing Drew Bledsoe in 2001 after the veteran's injury against the Jets, he never relinquished his starting role for the New England Patriots. He served a 4-game suspension in 2016 because of the football scandal known as Deflategate, and he won 7 Super Bowl rings, more than any player in history. Who am I? I worked as a hospital candy striper as a teenager, which later inspired my most famous TV show. In 2003, a major network turned down my first TV pilot about female war correspondents. A New York Times critic called me an angry black woman in a 2014 profile, sparking national outrage. My Netflix period drama became the streaming platform's most watched series ever. Shonda Rhimes. ABC rejected her 2003 pilot about female war correspondents. Then in 2005, her hit series, Grey's Anatomy, premiered. In 2014, Alessandra Stanley labeled her an angry black woman in a New York Times profile. And in 2020, she created Bridgerton, Netflix's most watched series ever. Who am I? My church held a benefit to buy me a drum kit and 6 months of lessons when I was a child. In 2008, a talent manager discovered my YouTube covers and flew me to Atlanta to meet a famous R&B singer. In 2013, German customs seized my pet monkey because I lacked the proper papers. I became the first artist in history to claim the top 3 spots on the UK singles chart simultaneously. Justin Bieber. Discovered on YouTube by Scooter Braun, he flew him to meet Usher, who signed him to Island F Jam Records on the spot. He paid a $10,700 fine after German customs confiscated his pet monkey, OG Mally, in 2013, and he claimed the top 3 UK chart positions simultaneously in 2016 with Love Yourself, Sorry, and What Do You Mean? Who am I? I was rejected by NYU's Tisch School of the Arts and still have the rejection letter. In 2001, I won a Toronto Film Critics Award for my role in Ghost World, a graphic novel adaptation. I declined a tech CEO's offer to voice his AI assistant, then accused him of copying my voice anyway. I won a Tony Award for my 2010 Broadway debut. Scarlett Johansson. She won the Best Supporting Actress Award for her role as Rebecca in Ghost World, and she won a Tony for her 2010 Broadway debut in A View from the Bridge. In May 2024, she accused OpenAI of copying her voice for their ChatGPT voice assistant Sky after she had declined CEO Sam Altman's offer 9 months prior. Who am I? I was a card-carrying member of Canada's left-wing New Democratic Party from ages 13 to 18. In 1999, I published Maps of Meaning, The Architecture of Belief, which became the basis for my Harvard lectures. I adopted my daughter's extreme diet, eating only meat, salt, and water. My 2018 self-help book sold over 5 million copies and was translated into more than 50 languages. Jordan Peterson. In 2018, he published his self-help book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, and it became a global bestseller. In that same year, he began following the Lion Diet created by his daughter, Michaela. He claimed on the Joe Rogan Experience that it cured his depression, though medical experts have warned against the diet's health risks. Who am I? At age 9, I secretly signed myself up for a tennis tournament and paid the entry fee without telling my parents. In 1998, I became the fastest player to record 5 victories against top 10 opponents, breaking a record held by a legendary champion. I boycotted a major tournament for 14 years after being booed and subjected to racial slurs there in 2001. I have won more Grand Slam singles titles than any other man or woman during the Open era. Serena Williams. She broke Monica Seles' record in 1998 as the fastest to 5 top 10 wins. She and sister Venus boycotted the Indian Wells tournament in California after the 2001 incident triggered when Venus withdrew due to knee tendonitis and claimed 23 Grand Slam singles titles, the most in the Open era. Who am I? I began performing as an Elvis impersonator at age 4 with my parents' band, The Love Notes. In 2009, I was featured on B.O.B.'s Nothing on You, a Billboard Hot 100 #1 single. In 2010, I was arrested for drug possession in Las Vegas. I hold the record for the highest certified single in RIAA history, making me the first artist to exceed the double diamond threshold. Bruno Mars. His 2010 arrest for cocaine possession resulted in a first-time offender plea deal that included a $2,000 fine and 200 hours of community service, which he exceeded by 8 hours. In October 2025, his hit Just the Way You Are was certified 21 times platinum, or 21 million units, the highest ever awarded to a single in the US. Who am I? At age 13, I began uploading gaming videos under a randomly generated Xbox gamertag. In 2017, I spent 24 hours counting to 100,000 in a video that launched my viral fame. Despite my estimated net worth of $2.6 billion, my personal checking account is often overdrawn. In June 2026, I became the first YouTuber in history to reach 500 million subscribers. Mr. Beast. Jimmy Donaldson began uploading videos to YouTube in 2012 with the handle MrBeast6000, and in January 2017 uploaded a video titled I Counted to 100,000, which as of 2026 has surpassed 33 million views. Despite his huge net worth, he claims he reinvests every dollar he earns back into his videos and companies, leaving him personally illiquid. Who am I? At age 8, I came home from school to find my mother had left and moved back to England. In 1998, I earned an Olivier nomination for playing Curly in a West End revival of a classic musical. I only landed the role that defined my career because Dougray Scott dropped due to a scheduling conflict with Mission Impossible 2. I surprised audiences by returning from retirement to play a Claude mutant in a 2024 team-up film. Hugh Jackman. He said his traumatic experience as a child made him a fearful kid who felt powerless, and he later overcame his fear to earn the Best Actor nomination for 1998's Oklahoma. His big break cast him as Wolverine in X-Men, and to the surprise of fans, he returned from retirement for Deadpool and Wolverine in 2024. Who am I? I celebrated my 14th birthday at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch while dating his nephew, Tito Joe. In 2006, I opened a boutique clothing store in Calabasas with my 2 sisters. A legendary musician once called me on stage during his Welcome to tour, then told me to get off when I barely moved. I passed a legal exam in 2021 after studying law through an apprenticeship rather than attending law school. Kim Kardashian. She opened the boutique, DASH, with her sisters, Kourtney and Khloe, and in 2011 was told to get off by Prince when she froze on stage. In December 2021, she passed the California Baby Bar exam for first-year law students, which she had pursued through reading the law, an apprenticeship under attorneys, rather than attending traditional law school. Who am I? At age 7, I performed magic tricks for tourists on Fisherman's Wharf to make extra money. In 1995, I landed a role on an NBC sitcom as a handyman who believed in aliens and conspiracy theories. In 2007, I confronted a fellow comedian on stage at the Comedy Store for stealing jokes, and the video went viral. My podcast became the most popular in the world, and I signed an exclusive deal with Spotify in 2020. Joe Rogan. He played the alien-believing handyman Joe Garelli on NBC's News Radio in 1995, and he called out Carlos Mencia for joke theft at the Comedy Store in 2007. He signed an exclusive Spotify deal for the Joe Rogan Experience in 2020, valued at $200 million, and a new multi-year, non-exclusive deal in 2024 worth upwards of $250 million. Did you keep track of your score? Post it in the comments. Thanks for playing Who Am I? See you in the next game.